Hi everyone, I want you to stop whatever you are doing. Learn in for a moment, take a deep breath, and really let this land. Imagine a world where every single day you made a quite simple decision to keep showing up. Not even you feel like it. Not when the stars align, not when everything is perfect, but you decide to show up anyway because you have seen the truth. Consistency is not just a habit, it is the heartbeat of any meaningful success. And today I will explain the word consistency so you can feel that truth now, on it, and act on it. You may have sat at your desk at midnight, worked when others slept, studied when others played, remembered the fire in your heart, and promised yourself to improve your English, to speak in fluently, to open doors you thought were closed. And maybe you kept the promise for a week, maybe for a month. But then the noise came and doubt whispered, will this ever pay off? Will this ever make a difference? Am I stuck? And in the moment you hesitated, you slowed, you rationalized, you told yourself you would pick it up again later, but you know now that later often comes never. Because time doesn't wait and results don't knock on your door. They rise gradually and quietly when you build them day by day. Consistency means just that showing up day after day, doing the small things when no one is watching, choosing to write a few words, to speak a few sentences, to practice English even when you are tired, even when you are busy, even when you are doubting, beginning when you don't feel ready. Continuing when you are not sure, resisting until you are unavailable, because that is how you grow. One steady step, one repeated choice, over time becoming something strong and unshakable. Think about a great tree that don't grow overnight. Rain fell, sun shone, season changed, and each day quietly it got a little taller. Its roots a little deeper, and its branches a little stronger. So you don't notice the change day by day, but look back after years and you see the difference. That's how consistency works. And one day you will wake up and standing taller, speaking clearer, the world hearing your voice while you barely. Remember how you arrived there because consistency got you. You might ask why consistency matters more than brilliance or sudden burst of inspirations. There is the key. Inspiration is the spark that lights you up and makes you dream, but without fuel it dies. And consistency is the fuel. It's showing up before you feel like it, doing the work when it's hard, continuing when results are slow. So while most are strong, and then back off when routine hits or distractions invade. You will be different because you choose to show up anyway. If someone of equal potential works harder each day, repeats small tasks each day while you wait for a perfect conditions, they will pass you. Consistency doesn't care about your mood or how tired you feel. It just shows up. It fights quietly. It builds momentum. And once momentum moves, the world shifts. Doors open, confidence rises, skills sharpen, opportunities respond not just to effort, but to regular effort. Think about your English journey, your voice, your message, your dream. You decided to speak fluent English, to connect and inspire. That won't happen from one class or one video, but because you wake up and practice. You listen and repeat. You speak and try. You make mistakes and learn. And you do it again tomorrow and the next day until repetition becomes your edge and your identity. Until you become the person who speaks clearly. Not from trying once, but from trying many times. Who doesn't give up not because they are clearer, but because they are consistent. Yes, it sounds simple, but simple is not easy. Showing up day after day, it's tedious. It makes you fight boredom and mediocrity. Fight the voice that says, what's the point? The voice that says, I will wait till next week, or I will rest and do more later. And when you listen to that voice, you lose time and give away your advantage. Because consistency doesn't take a vacation and doesn't push. It demands you show up, and when you do, you win. Picture your future self a year or two from now, looking back and saying, I am glad I showed up. I am glad I kept going. I am glad I didn't quit. That self speaks in every habit with calm confidence because they mastered small, consistent steps, understanding that greatness is slow build, a faith in process. And when things go wrong, result not matching effort, speaking and no one listening, practicing and still feeling stuck, you won't quite because consistency depends on commitment, not visible results. So when disappointed, you come back the next day, adjust the precise, knowing you don't need everything perfect. You only need to show up because the chain of actions build trust with yourself, saying, you can count on me, and that trust becomes the foundation for everything else. Look at athletes, artists, professionals. Their stories are early mornings, late nights, steady practice, repetition and return. And your miracle is happening now in consistent actions. In the English words you utter today, in the sentences you practice, in the effort you put in, compounding and accumulating until it produces a breakthrough that may surprise and you arrive when you are not even looking. That breakthrough may be you speaking fluently, confidently, effortlessly. Someone saying, wow, I feel that receiving your first message, answering a question without hesitations. Moments built by daily practice that created the bridge and curved the road. So make a promise today, not for perfections or the perfect moment, but keep showing up. Speak one sentence in English today. Listen to one podcast, record one video, learn one word, practice one phrase, take that step and repeat it tomorrow and the next day. Build your streak and your chain because every small step counts and there some will surprise you, making you better and stronger and louder than your fears. Remember, consistency breeds confidence. Showing up again and again builds self trust and belief. I will do that I say I will do. Shifting your identity from someone who hopes to speak English well to someone who actually does. And with that identity, the word follows, not because of shouting, but because of reliability and actions. When resistance and distractions come, remember your promise and your future self. Know the quiet voices fear in disguise and choose the stronger voice that says, keep going. I will show up. I will persist. Act on that voice. Step into today's small actions. Practice, record, engage, respond. You will stumble, feel weak, but consistent people keep going despite weakness because they know change comes quietly and invisibly. And they accept it, trust it, embrace it so that when everyone else notices, they have already moved on and are ready. Consider the compound effect. One conversation or one video may feel meaningless on its own, but with days, two, three, four, and then week after week, month after month, momentum grows, your voice smooths, your tongue gains confidence, your audience engages, your message sharpens, and you will arrive before you even realize you are traveling. You may ask how long it will take. I can't give a perfect answer, but I know this. Remain consistent and you will reach your goal faster than you think. Give up and guarantee you won't. The difference between talking about success and living it is consistency, not talent. They did it longer, kept showing up, kept improving and believing. Along the way, you will learn consistency isn't only quantity but quality too. Showing up with purpose, doing tasks with focus and intention, speaking English to connect and deliver value, recording videos to inspire. Consistency empowers purpose. Consistency builds trust with others because people trust those who keep arriving and keep their word. So, when you consistently produce content and engage and improve, your audience listens because you are reliable and you care. Play the long game. Big leaps without landing strips are dangerous. So build the runaway with daily habits and repeated practice. Walk steadily, build momentum, and when you take off, you will be used to altitude and able to adapt to turbulence because your pilot skills were built by consistency. Years from now, when someone asks you how you got, you will say you did ordinary things every day. You showed up, practiced, believed, and kept going. A simple answer, but a powerful one. Right now, I want you to commit. No more writing for perfect motivation days. No more relying on mood or comfort. Speak one sentence. Record 1 minute. Read one paragraph. Whatever fits your schedule. And do it again tomorrow and the next day to build an unbroken chain, a legacy, a voice. As you build, you will transform, awaken hidden strengths, make lazy days rarer, develop an identity that shows up even when life gets busy. Because identity doesn't take breaks, identity shows up. Tonight, when you stop the camera and think of tomorrow, say to yourself, I will show up. Believe it, feel it, let it echo. And when tomorrow arrives, act on it. Because small actions repeated are enough and powerful enough to make big things happen. Consistency is your revolution. No headlines, no instant thrills, but it builds empires, shapes character, and design destiny. And because you are not ordinary, because you choose to stand firm and steady, not casual but committed, winning not by luck but by being consistent. When doubt creeps in, remember the person you want to become is already showing up every day. That person is you, and you only need to prove it with action today, tomorrow, and behind. This is your journey. This is your voice. This is your moment. Stay consistent. Stay committed. Speak your truth in English. Let your voice grow. Let your influence spread. And let the world listen. Because you showed up again and again and again. That is how you win. That is how you succeed. That is how you step into fluent English. That is how you step into your destiny. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for listening, for being a part of this journey. Thank you so much.